Hey everyone, Tofu here, and welcome back to more Banjo-Tooie! Last time we finished up the first world in the game, Mayahem Temple, and today, well, we're going to move on to more worlds, because that's how the game works. You do worlds, and then you do more worlds. Blah! So, I didn't really talk about this too much last time we did this, but to open worlds in the game, we've got to do these puzzles. And they are not that bad. That doesn't go there. The hand cursor thing is a little, like, finicky, I guess. It's similar to the reticle that you use to shoot eggs from, but it's not as bad, I don't think. But still, it's very easy to, like, accidentally hover over the wrong spot. And it's also annoying when you're playing this on a totally real Nintendo 64, and, you know, those 4 jiggies on the right side are just completely blacked out for some reason. It's not supposed to look like that, but that's just how it is, and now we've got to watch a super long cutscene, because as I said, Rare absolutely loves having these slow camera angle movements to show you exactly where you need to go, and also the little transition thing, like when it goes between rooms, as I also talked about before, it just kind of like hangs on a certain frame of the area that you're in, and for whatever reason, every time you open a world when you're playing this on totally real Nintendo 64, it just kind of hangs on that shot of Banjo standing in front of the picture, and it makes me giggle a lot. I laughed at it like every time I did it in the old playthrough, and I'm probably gonna keep laughing at it here. Shut up, dude. I want to do the other one. So we can open 2 more worlds right now, World 2 and World 3. We're only gonna go to World 2 right now, but why did I put that there? That is obviously not a corner piece. Well, I guess I was confused because, like, the little side circle thing on the I don't know what those are called. Do they have a name? Like the little, like, I don't know, the little bumps on the side of a jigsaw piece? I feel like they're called teeth, but I don't think that's right. Like the circle, like the actual solid part is a tooth, and the hole is a mouth. I don't know if that's an actual real thing, or if I just pulled that out of my ass. But honestly, I think it makes sense. So if that's not a name for it, then I think it should be. I don't know what I'm saying. Time to just watch another great cutscene of Jiggy Wiggy moving his arms around and shooting his laser beam of, no, I don't want to say piss, but I already did, so the joke has already been made. Yeah, okay. He's just gonna do this again. Every time, and we're gonna see this picture of Banjo again, every time. And now we see Witchy World, which is a great level, and I can't wait to go there, but that's World 3, so we have to do the second world first. I mean, we don't have to. We technically could go here now if we wanted to, but that is not the most convenient thing for us to do. We'll go to that area, though, but we just won't actually go into the world. There's actually a lot of stuff we have to do in the hub world before we even go to the second world. We might not even make it to the second world today, honestly, just because there is the game has opened up an immense amount after the first world for us. So that is very cool and very exciting. Let us get to it. So the first thing we want to do is, well, actually go to the new area that we can access right now, which is up here. Because now that we have grip grab, well, we can grab on this ledge and actually make it over here. You can, I think, make it up here without grip grab. There's like a very certain spot. Well, obviously you can grab it like that. In a previous episode, I talked about how, like, you can ground pound. If you ground pound at, like, just the right time, you can make a ledge that has grip grab, or that you're supposed to grip grab. This one, though, is a little too high. And it's obviously, I can't really do it now because we have grip grab unlocked, so Banjo just automatically grabs it anyway. But if it's like, there's like a little hill there, and if you jump at just the right angle, you can make it up there, but it is a bit trickier than some of the other ledges in the game. But we have grip grab, so there's no point in really actually trying to do that, other than just looking cool, but I suck, so I'm not gonna be cool. Instead, we're just gonna go up here. This is the plateau area of the Isle of Hags, which is obviously the hub world. So we're going to be getting a lot of new areas throughout here, which will, of course, give us access to a ton of different worlds themselves. Oh, jeez, you poopy face. I did not want to get off of that yet because I want to get both of those notes. Yeah, I think that's the first instance of... Well, not technically, but it's one of the first times you'll actually see them. Of notes in the hub world, which was not in Gruntilda's lair in the first game, so that is very interesting. Can you kill that guy? I know you might hear a Jinjo right now, but we can't actually save them right now, so don't worry about them. And we also have new moves in the overworld, which is also not something that really happened in Banjo-Kazooie, unless you count the moves that you get at Spiral Mountain, but I wouldn't really count those. Yeah, we got fire eggs. We have different types of eggs to shoot now, which is cool. We can change them with the R button, or whatever your fix the camera angle is. Blue eggs do nothing really, they just are standard eggs. Fire eggs, though, can burn things. Because they're fire eggs, who would have guessed that? We've got some more notes over here, as well. And also, honeycomb. Which is nice. Which also makes sense, because this is a beehive, a giant beehive. And what is in a giant beehive, of course? Well, it's a giant bee. With giant bees. And she is the one who will actually give us our extra honeycombs in this game. In the first game, you just kind of get them automatically, so it's kind of unnecessary, I would say, to have to make you talk to a character to actually get the extra health, but I don't know, I think it makes the world feel more alive, and it gives the opportunity for more characters to talk to, so I don't mind it at all. Plus, it also, it gives you the option to, be a completionist and get all the honeycombs, but if you still want a bit of a challenge, you don't actually have to turn them in, and you can still stay at low health, which I won't be doing for this playthrough, but I have done it before. And I don't know, maybe I'll do a challenge run playthrough at another point in the future. Who knows? This channel could be anything. And I think I actually want to go into the second world. But we're not going to actually do the second world. Instead, I just want to grab a move in here really quickly. And that's it. Also, let's grab this Cheeto page. Right at the top of the world entrance there. And we'll get that warp pad while we're here too, might as well. And as Cheeto is saying right now, we actually have collected 5 cheats so far, or Cheeto pages. So we can go ahead and get our first cheat code, which we will be doing. That is definitely one of the reasons that there's so much to do in the hub world right now, is because one of the things we can do is actually get a new cheat code. So, oh boy, that was a bit of lag. I don't know if that picked up on the recording, but we'll find out. For now, though, all I want to do in this world is get this one single move, because this is Bill Drill, which is basically just a super ground pound. Instead of doing just this, if you hold the button, now you do that. You might recognize that move from Super Smash Brothers, where instead of doing it downward, Kazooie does it upward, and that's their up smash. Which is an interesting way to change that move. I wasn't expecting that. I remember being super happy to see that, because I know a lot of Banjo-Kazooie and Smash is mainly based on the first game, which is totally fair. But as someone who really loves Tooie, I was very happy to see a few Tooie moves in their moveset, like Breagle Blaster, Grenade Eggs. Is there anything else? I guess I shouldn't think about that too hard, because then I might spoil some of the other moves we get in this game, but I don't think there's really a ton of other moves. At least that I can think of. Anyways, now we can actually save that Jinjo, because Bill Drill will let us break boulders. And I really wanted to get that move because it will allow us to do some other stuff in the hub world. Well, I wanted to get that, I don't know, it's kind of weird how in the hub world, the warps are these little silos. I feel like it would have made sense to just keep them as warp pads, just to make that a bit more of a consistent thing. But I don't know, I guess they had some reason to do it. Anyways, now that we have fire eggs, we can shoot this, and that will open that door. It is kind of weird, I guess, that they put that in the same area as where you learn how to use fire eggs, but I guess they just want to make sure that you have enough notes to actually learn how to use them. Get away from me, buddy. And this will take us to the Pine Grove area where we unlocked Witchy World. So, we could go to Witchy World right now, but I don't actually want to do that. I just want to get the notes over here, as well as another Jam Jars move. And you might be able to tell, but all of the moves you get in Isle of Hags are actually new egg upgrades, which is pretty cool. So here we get grenade eggs, which are probably the best kind of egg in the entire game. Well, okay, I think they're the best for, like, puzzle solving. They get used probably the most. But we're gonna get an egg in the future that can, like, actually break the game. That's a whole can of worms, though, on its own. That's all I want to do in this area. For now, I think we're just gonna head back to Jinjo Village, all the way back, because there's a few things we can do here now. It is kind of weird how one of the options to warp back to is not Spiral Mountain. That would have been very convenient. I mean, the entrance to Spiral Mountain is right over there anyway, so it's not that big of a deal, but it just would have been kind of nice. The first thing we want to do in Jinjo Village is actually go up here, if I can actually make the dang jump, is go up here, because now we have Grip Grab, and this is one of the Grip Grab things that we can't cheese, because it's against the wall. There's no actual platform for us to land on. Oh, you butt. So we actually did have to get Grip Grab in order to do this now. Could not have come here any earlier. Is that guy respawned yet? I don't think he has. Okay. This guy, though... There we go. Those guys can be annoying. Sometimes I just try to get them, like, as fast as possible, and it ends up messing me up. Here... This is, boy, how do I explain this? Here we have a copy of Banjo-Kazooie. And we're gonna kill it and get an ice key. So... Oh boy. Stop and swap. If you don't know... God. The best way that I can explain this is, like, at the end of the first game, they teased that there are things that you could not have collected in the game, that you just have no way of accessing. The only way to access them is by inputting an incredibly long cheat code, and you just can't get them. So the idea was that Rare was going to give you those codes or something like that in this game, and you would then put them in Banjo-Kazooie, and you would get those items. And then you would be able to transfer those items to Banjo-Kazooie by stopping the game and swapping the cartridge out. And there was, like, data left over in the N64 that would have transferred the data over. Some very complicated thing that I don't understand, but they got it to work. However, Nintendo was like, we don't want people pulling cartridges out too fast. You can't do this anymore. So stop and swap never happened. So to get around that, they just kind of put these cartridges in this game that you have to break, and those will give you the stop and swap items, since they can't actually connect the two games physically. Also, we just got a treble clef up here. That is, of course, the only one in the Isle of Hags. So now we have a bunch more notes counted towards the Isle of Hags. Oh, I said Isle of Hags there. I didn't say it that fast, so it did sound like something else, but I slipped up. Anyways, that should be everything we have to do in Jinjo Village right now. Now, I actually want to go back to Spiral Mountain, where there is actually a ton of stuff we can do. We can pretty much do everything we need to do here now, except for, like, one more thing. Well, and the future cheat codes that we get, but, let's not worry about that. So, the first thing we want to do Well, I guess it doesn't really matter, but I guess we'll just go ahead and go get our new cheat code from Cheeto. So, let's jump up here, and we can climb up the bridge as if it were a ladder. And now we can go into Grunty's lair, which I did not do in the first episode when we were here in Spiral Mountain, because I didn't really have much of a reason to. But we can go in here, and Cheeto will give us a code, now that we have given him 5 pages. The lore here is that Grunty ripped out his pages, because he helped us in the first game, which is, yeah, that sounds like something Grunty would do, though I don't know when she had time to do that, because she was underground this whole time. But we got our first cheat code, which is feathers, and you will never guess what that does. There's really not much we can do in the lair. There's some eggs lying around if we need to restock, but it's not really the best place to do that. The rest of the lair is completely blocked off. You can't go into any of the other old worlds, which is understandable, but it would have been kind of cool, I guess. There's some feathers behind this painting here, which is for some reason, like, zoomed in. Originally that's like a full shot of Grunty, and there you just see, like, the corner of her face. I don't know how that happened, with all the destruction here, but apparently the destruction caused the painting to grow, and, I don't know, be trimmed. Oh, geez, I didn't actually want to go down. I wanted to fly. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. I just wanted to land over here. And that is probably the fastest way to do it. So now that we have grenade eggs, we went really out of our way to get those grenade eggs, but, we can shoot those at these kinds of walls, along with various other kinds of walls that we will see later, and we can destroy them. And now we can go in there, so that's why I really wanted to get... Oh, jeez. I almost hit that guy. That's why I wanted to get the grenade eggs now, because there's a ton of stuff to do over here, so we might as well do all of it. And there's another N64 cartridge, or another Banjo-Kazooie cartridge, which had a Stop and Swap egg in it. They don't have all of the Stop and Swap eggs. I think there were 6 in the first game. There's only, I think, 2 that you can actually get here. Technically 3. But as far as ones that you can get yourself by picking them up, there's 2. In the Xbox version, they fix it so that Stop and Swap actually kind of works, but it's not the most exciting. And I think the thing all these guys really do for you in that version, is they just give you an achievement, so it's not as exciting, and I think... But I mean, it's cool that they got Stop and Swap to work, but it is less cool about what it actually does. But I don't own an Xbox, so I'm not super qualified to tell you exactly what they do in that version. And there is actually the last Stop and Swap egg for us to get, so we have now technically gotten all of them, which is fun. I don't know. It's kind of sad. Jeez. Almost coughed. It's kind of sad. I wish they did kind of hide all 6 of the secret eggs in the game, but I guess it was just like a really last-minute thing that they just could not figure out how to do it. But for what it's worth, I think it's cool that they're at least here. There's one more thing for us to do here in Spiral Mountain, and that is not talk to Bottle's ghost. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, I know, you burnt your clothes. More importantly, though, we have Royston the fish, who is trapped under this boulder. So we gotta save him with Bill Drill. Because we have Bill Drill now, and that's a big reason why I wanted to get Bill Drill, is because now we can save the fish. And the fish wants to go in water, so of course we will drop him off here. And there we go. And this guy, I would really recommend doing this, especially at this point in the game. Because Royston will allow us to swim faster if we hold down A and B together. So here was our normal swim speed, which is already not too bad, but if we hold both A and B down, we go extremely fast. And we also control a lot better. They really improved the swimming in this game. I do think it's kind of, like, stupid that they lock it behind, you know, you have to, like, actually upgrade that yourself, rather than just making that the basic swimming, but It's not that hard to do, and it's absolutely worth it. Because, good God, the swimming controls weren't that bad in Banjo-Kazooie. You have to hold down the R button to actually make them good, which they don't tell you, which sucks. But here, like, they're perfect. Like, this is one of the best controlling swimming in a 3D platformer that I've ever played, if not the best. Like, even like Mario Odyssey, I feel the swimming in that game is not even as good as it is in this game. I mean, I'm biased for sure, but I think the swimming in this game is phenomenal. And we're going to be swimming a lot more in this game, so it's definitely worth it to pick that up. Going back to the wooded hollow area of Isle of Hags, though, there's actually an area that I didn't really go to. Well, I didn't really go to. I straight up didn't go to it. There's this giant egg place down here. And this is actually where we're going to go turn in our Stop and Swap eggs, which is cool. We've got Heggy the... I almost called her Heggy the egg. Heggy the hen. And there is the third Stop and Swap egg that I alluded to earlier. It's just already here. So what Heggy does is she is going to let us hatch the eggs. Well, she's not going to let us hatch the eggs. She's just going to hatch the eggs herself. By sitting on it, because she is a bird, and that is what birds do. So she hatched that egg, and inside was homing eggs. I forgot what it was for a second. We essentially just got another cheat code, so now we have 2 codes to put in at the code chamber, which I think I went to in Mayhem Temple, but I can't remember if I showed it off or not. And this egg has Breagle Bash. Hit B and B again, we have a new attack. So I'll show that off now, I guess. You will probably recognize this move. It is their forward smash in Smash Bros. I did not want to talk to you again. So yeah, we have that as an attack now, and it's honestly not that good. It's only really good in, like, close combat, which you don't really encounter often. There's nothing really that, like, a Rat-a-tat-rat can't deal with better. So it's not that useful of a move, but it's funny. As for this egg up here, we have to hatch that ourselves, because I guess Heggy can't get up the ramp that she has for some reason. But we cannot hatch that egg ourselves. Whoa, 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 don't spoil that yet, jam jars, jeez. Not like it matters, but I'm trying to keep up the mystery. But yeah, so we can't hatch that last egg yet, so we will have to come back later and do that. And why is the game not loading? That took a while. That was strange. Got me worried there for a second. So yeah, I think that is now finally everything we can actually do in Isle of Hags. So now, let's go back into Mayhem Temple, because, believe it or not, there is a lot of stuff we can do in here now. So first, I think we want to go near Wumba's Wigwam, because this is where the code chamber is. I'm pretty sure I showed this off briefly in a previous episode, but I know I kicked the door open because it took me 2 tries to actually do it. But if we go in here, we have the code chamber, which is where we input our cheat codes in this game, similar to the Treasure Trove Cove Sandcastle from the first game. I don't like how they put enemies in here. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I really don't like why they put enemies in here. So Cheeto will tell us that this is where we activate his cheats. We have to stand on the podium. And now, yes, I know, we have to spell out the cheats. So we just kind of have to shoot at the letters, which in theory is better than ground pounding on them in like a big open room. But it also sucks because the reticle in this game sucks. So, that's annoying. So we have to very carefully spell out the word feathers here. Oh, jeez. Come on. God damn it. Okay, I'm just gonna cut ahead. As much as I don't want to cut in this playthrough to have this be very low-effort content, I should probably actually focus on this. Oh my god, I thought I missed that. Oh, come on, go to the S. Go to the S. Go to the S. There we go. Feathers. Nice shooting. Now step across the cheat sheet on the wall. Okay. I'm not gonna do that just yet, because we have another cheat code as well. That is homing. Get that H, G. Okay, there we go. The homing cheat will make eggs home in on baddies. So those are the only two cheats we have, but we have to actually go turn them on first. And to do that, we just go over here and enable both of them. So now we have doubled our feather count, and we now have homing eggs, which I probably should have actually shown off on that guy. Let's try this guy over here. So now, let me make sure I'm on blue eggs so I don't waste anything. Let's see. Nope, it's too far away. Still too far away. I swear this works. Okay, you can see it, like, kinda curves there. Yeah, that was a good example. So that's not, like, super useful. Like, I wouldn't recommend really dealing with enemies with eggs anyway. Unless they are required to, which there are a few, but like I said, you're better off just using Rat-a-tat-rap to deal with enemies. But it's definitely something that is just kind of comes in handy every now and then, so I would really recommend getting that cheat code if you can. I can't remember exactly how it works on the Xbox version, but so I think it actually is tied to one of the Stop and Swap eggs in that game, so I think you actually have to get the Stop and Swap egg from Banjo-Kazooie in order to actually use it. Do I want to go here right now? Yes, I do. I do want to go here. There are two things we can actually do here right now. The first thing is, I guess I'll just go this way. I don't think I need to go over top. Where the hell is the hole? There it is. Okay. So we came over here briefly, in a previous episode. We came up here from up top. Up there, which is where a Cheeto page was. And we saw this Jiggy. Well, I can't see it from here. Like, you can kind of see it sparkling up there. We saw this Jiggy that we could not get. So in order to get it, we actually have to build drill, which we needed from Glitter Gulch Mine. So now that we have it, we can actually get this Jiggy now. And it's a bit strange what we have to do to actually get it. I think it's this pillar we have to hit. We kind of have to hit these pillars and then knock the Jiggy down to a point where we can actually get it. You don't have to do it this way. Like with many other things in this game, there is a trick that you can actually do to get the Jiggy without even having to come down here. You basically just have to jump across those pillars, which you are not supposed to normally be able to make, but with a very, 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 very precise jump, you can actually make it. I have tried it before. I think I've made it to like one pillar and that's it. It is very difficult to make it to all of the pillars and jump across all of them in succession without messing up. I've never been able to do it, but maybe one day, but I don't really care because I don't mind doing this. We knocked it all the way down and now we can grab it. Ow. Also, this is on a timer for some reason. I don't really know why, because it's not like it doesn't take that long to get back up there. Like, it feels extremely unnecessary for there to even be a timer there. I always thought that, like, if you let the timer run out, the Jiggy would just, like, bounce all the way back up there, and I thought that would be really funny. But that's not what happens. I'm pretty sure it just breaks and then it respawns up there, which is a little annoying. But actually, that was the last Jiggy we needed to get in Mayhem Temple, so now we've actually collected everything in the first world. So we are done here. Though we're actually not. There's still one more thing for us to do. And of course we'll be coming back here a few more times to input more cheat codes. So there's definitely still reason to come back to this place. But we've at least collected everything in it. The last thing for us to do right now is to go in here, which we opened up in the... I don't know if it was the last episode or the one before it. But we've got Dilberta here, who has been trapped in here. And even though we opened the door, she is still trapped because she wants to go this way, but there is a boulder in the way. So we've got to build drill to get it out of the way so she can actually go through there. So she's all happy now that she can go through. And let's just follow behind her, because this tunnel leads to Glitter Gulch Mine. The world where we got Bildrill. I think we have to talk to this guy. Dilberta should have, beat us here because she went into the hole before us, but... I don't know. That guy's name is Bully and Bill. I don't know what their relationship is, but they're friends. They're happy to be with each other again. So they're gonna give us a Jiggy as their gratitude, and that is our first Jiggy for Glitter Gulch Mine. So, right out here, this will take us to the rest of the world itself that we kind of already explored a little bit. If we go first person, you can see that was where we learned how to use Bildrill. So yeah, now we're in Glitter Gulch Mine, and now we're going to actually do Glitter Gulch Mine, but not right now. So in the next episode, we're gonna do Glitter Gulch Mine. So bye.